everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Let life be a celebration. Live life in a festive way. What is festive way? Try to do this. Do everything in a very festive mood, celebrating, doing an act as if you are on the stage. You have to perform a role that you see in the movies, not a real thing. If you are a husband, be a play husband. If you are a wife, be a play wife. Make it just a game, and there are rules of the game. Of course, any game to be played needs rules. Marriage is a rule. Divorce is a rule. Don't be serious about them, but we become very serious about marriage, separation, divorce, very serious. They are rules, and one rule begets another. Divorce is bad because marriage is bad. One rule begets another. Do not take anything seriously. When I said seriously, seriously is the attitude of the mind. Be sincere about it. Take it as a play. You are on the stage doing your play. How you perform, that is what is most important. Don't take anything seriously, instead sincerely, and then look how the quality of your life immediately changes. But there is a fear. We want to take life seriously, everything seriously, and in that we create a chaos around us. Take everything sincerely. You are here to perform a role, perform it sincerely. I am talking to you. For me, it is a festive mood, it is a celebration. I know each one of you is a Buddha, but in seed form. But until the process, the journey of the seed begins, you are vulnerable. And once that begins, you have to go through another journey. And when you are living your life in a festive mood, taking everything sincerely, not as serious, then the quality of your life changes. Go to your home tonight and behave with your wife or your husband or your children as if you are doing a part, playing your role in the drama on the stage of life, and see the beauty of it. If you are playing a part, you will try to be efficient, as efficient as possible, but you will not get disturbed. There is no need. You will do your part and go to sleep. But remember, it is a part. And for 7 days continuously, follow this approach, follow this attitude, then happiness can happen. And once you know what happiness is, you will not move into unhappiness, because that moving into that will be your choice. Now you have taken life as a festival. You are in festive mood, in the mood of celebration. Celebration does not mean when good things are happening. Anything that is happening, you are driving on the road, you are cooking, you are eating, you are taking a shower, changing your clothes. Whatsoever you are doing, let it be a celebration. Let it be done in a festive mood as if it is a part. That's why I say the world is fine a stage. Everything you are performing is an act that you have to perform. You are unhappy because you have chosen a wrong attitude towards life. You have chosen an approach towards life. You can be happy if you choose the right attitude, right approach. Otherwise, your life will remain a chaos. But this is what our understanding is. Buddha pays no Buddha pays so much attention to right attitude. The eight precepts of Buddhist path, right attitude. He makes it a base, a foundation, right attitude. What is the right attitude? What is its criteria? To me, this is the criteria. The attitude that makes you happy is the right attitude. And there is no other, no objective criteria. The attitude that makes you unhappy and miserable is wrong attitude. The criteria is subjective. Your happiness is the criteria. But you look everything in an objective way. Your life is object oriented. Object oriented. Your focus is on the object, not on the subject that you are. When you are doing anything, you write a sentence, there is a subject, there is an object, and what is happening between the object and the subject. Husband is subject, wife is object. Whatever is happening between them is an act. Is an act, a talk, or anything. If you are unhappy, you have taken it seriously. Your focus is on the object, that this one is not doing things, that one is not doing things. What are you doing? Your focus is on the other driver is not driving properly. You never consider that you were wrong. Subjectivity, the right approach is that your approach should be subjective. And don't try to find out ways and means how to be happy. Just everyone is focused on how to be happy, what to do. Just change your approach, change your attitude. You cannot be happy when you are serious. Mind can never allow you to be happy. With a festive mind, you can be happy. Take the whole life as a myth, a story, an act that you are performing on the vast stage that life is. One after the other, the scenes keep on coming. Different characters come, They perform their role for a short period of time and they disappear from the stage. Some comes only to make a dialogue. There is a talk is going on between the two people, and all of a sudden a character comes in, makes an entry, and makes enters on the stage, gives a dialogue, and goes away. It may change everything, it may aggravate or anything. Take the whole life as a story. The scripture, the Hindu scripture, it is said that Ramayana was written, the script was written before, and then it was enacted. Mahabharata was a different kind of approach. It happened first and then it was penned down. But once you take life in such a way, there is no way for you to be unhappy. Unhappiness comes when there is too much seriousness. If you try for 7 days, just remember one thing, that you are a part of great script. There are infinite characters. The stage is vast. The whole world is a drama, an act. And you will not remain the same again for 7 days. You are not going to lose much, because what is there that you have to lose? You don't have anything to lose. You can try it for 7 days. These 7 days will give you many glimpses of your Buddha nature, your inner purity. And once you have the glimpse, you cannot remain the same. If you have seen the light, you can never remain the same. You will be happy, and you cannot conceive of what kind of happiness can happen to you, because you do not know anything about happiness. All you know is happiness arising out of objective interaction. You have known only degrees of unhappiness, and sometimes you were more unhappy, other times less unhappy, and when you were less unhappy, you call that state as happiness. Introspect. Is your happiness really happiness? Have you ever known what is happiness in reality? Or it is a degree of unhappiness. At this moment you are less unhappy and you call this as happy. When you were less unhappy, you called it happiness. You don't know what happiness is because you cannot know. When you have a concept of the world in which you are taking it very seriously, you cannot know what happiness is. Happiness happens only when you are grounded in this attitude that this world is just a play. The moment you live your life as if you are acting on the stage, what happens to you, comes to you, is happiness. Otherwise, your so-called happiness is a certain degree of unhappiness. When the unhappiness is less, that is the state you know as happiness. Once again, I tell you, try this. You don't do it for long, try. For 7 days only. Make sure for 7 days you will live your life this way. And rest assured, after that, you will not remain the same. You will taste something that has never happened to you before. Do everything. Everything means whatsoever you do from morning till you go to sleep in the night. Everything. Get up in the morning as if you are performing a stage act. You have to get up. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to attend to the phone calls. But do not be serious about anything. That this is the part of the script. When you go to act in a drama or in a movie, a script is written beforehand. Sometimes the dialogue is changed a little bit somewhat, but that remains a basic guidance. So you know that this is the sequence in which you have to act your role. So your role is you will get up in the morning at a certain time. You will do all that is necessary to freshen up this and that. If you are a Hindu, you will offer your Hindu prayer. If Muslim, you will offer the Fajr namaz. Then you will do other things. You will do whatever is necessary to be done. You go to the breakfast table, have the breakfast, get yourself ready to go to the work. So many things you perform from morning till you go to bed. Perform everything as an act, as if you are performing on the stage in life's drama. You can try with certain things in the beginning, that in the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day, you will perform everything as an act. Then slowly and slowly you will be able to get the hang, and you will do everything as you have to do on the stage. You may get part of the script, may be that you may have to get angry or scream or shout at someone. Let that be also an act in a festive mood. When you get angry or shout at anyone, do you know what is festive mood? I'll give you an example in the life of Maharishi Raman. A white man came to his office, came to his ashram, and keep on asking the question, you say that the only thing is to go within. Or anything that he asked, but he was asking the same question again and again in different garb. And each time Raman say, go within. The only thing is to go within. Go within. Go within means introspect. Look for the solution within. Time went on, there was a set of disciples around there. The man could not In a way, he was becoming a nagging. Keep on asking the same question as happens with you all. The same question, you think you are intelligent enough, ask the same question in different ways. Why am I, this morning this happened with my husband or wife and I was upset. Tomorrow, I was something else. But the basic thing is, in a particular situation, you get upset. Whether you are interacting with your husband, with your wife, with your employer, with your employee, but the crux of the matter is you get upset. And that has made you very uncomfortable and you are feeling sick. So when the man could not understand, Raman picked up his walking stick and shouted at the man and chased him with the stick outside the ashram compound. After he went out of the gate, he closed the gate and came inside. The disciples were surprised to see him, that Raman get angry, who was never angry at any time. And when he returned, he was laughing. He was laughing. One moment before he was angry. But once you are upset, you remain upset for hours because you are serious about it. Raman used anger as a tool to correct that man. This is a very famous incident in the life of Raman. He got angry at the man, shouted at him, chased him with his walking stick. The man got so afraid, thinking that Raman will hit him with the stick. And when the man ran out of the gate, Raman returned laughing. This was not understood still by some of his disciples, that a master can get angry. There is a difference between your anger and the anger of the master. The anger of the master is a tool. It is, in a festive mood, he is using the stage at this moment. The script calls for him to get angry, shout at the man, to correct him or to chase him out of the place. So this is the approach, the festive approach, that you are celebrating everything, the misery, the anger, anything that happens. This is an act that you are performing, a role that you are performing to get angry at the moment at this person. And if that is why I said you can try it for 1 week only. When you are getting up, you have to do your personal things. Then you have to go to the kitchen, you have to perform a role in the kitchen. So you are not doing it. You want the camera in front of you? No. This is a rehearsal, you don't need the camera. All you are performing the role, going into the kitchen as if you have to perform. And while you are cooking, all of a sudden phone rings and you have to attend to the call, let that also be the part of the script. Sometimes you know that these are the things incorporated in the script. Other times something happens spontaneously on the spur of the moment. That is why the experiences of the movie stars gives me a greater insight into the spiritual aspect of life. It was said one song, I do not recall the actor, the singer is singing, there was a male singer and the female singer is there as not, I do not recall what it was. So while the male actor was singing, the male singer was singing the song. All of a sudden, the female who was there, a sound came out. So the director cut it. He said, cut, this has to be cut. But that male singer was such a versatile singer, he said, no, don't remove it. So what he did, when this lady who was performing the acting on the stage on that particular song, as she opens the mouth, the actor puts the hand over her face, over her mouth. And that became the part of the script. So sometimes these things, if you are versatile, you can change the script at the spur of the moment. But if you are not, you have to act according to the script. So so when you are cooking, all of a sudden call comes in. Consider you are not expecting that call, but it comes in. You consider that it has been added instantaneously to the script. You attend to the call. Not that you get lost into it and your food burns. Or you tell, okay, just hold on. Let me switch off the stove and then come and talk to you. Or can I talk to you afterwards? So it is an act, not the real thing. If you are a husband, if you are a wife, play the role. Not the real husband, but the real actor. Acting as a husband, as a father, as a wife, as a son. Make everything a game. Let it be in a festive mood. But you remember, each game has rules. You have to follow the rules. There is rules of marriage, rules of divorce, but there is no need to be serious about it. They are rules. One begets another. Divorce is bad because marriage is bad. So when you start something in a bad approach, the result is supposed to be that. Don't take anything seriously, then look how the quality of your life immediately changes. All your problems in life, unhappiness, chaos, disarray, misery, everything is the outcome of that you have taken everything seriously. You think to be serious is more important than to be sincere. For me, sincere is more important. Whatever you are doing it sincerely, honestly, to make sure that you perform your role better. In your office, if you perform your role better, then at the annual report, you are given a promotion because you have performed your role sincerely in a best possible manner. You are unhappy because you have chosen a wrong attitude towards life. the attitude of being serious about it. You can be happy if you choose the right attitude, and Buddha's eightfold path, right attitude. Make it a base, the foundation. What is right attitude? What is the criteria? To me, this is the criteria. The attitude that makes you happy is the right attitude. Happiness does not mean a lesser degree of unhappiness. There is no objective criteria. Happiness belongs to you. It is how you take the things. Something is happening on the stage, you are driving on the road, all of a sudden you see something is happening, but all those who are involved into it, they are outside you, objective, but you are a subject. But the moment you move outward towards the object, that criteria is wrong. At that moment, you being the subjective, the attitude that makes you unhappy and miserable is the wrong attitude, and this is objective approach, objective criteria. Move from objects to the subject. And who is the subject? Your anything that is outside you, even your mind is outside you. Your husband, your wife, your children, your work, everything is outside you, is objective. And when you are in the mind, you are objective. Your being is separate from the mind. That you are consciousness. Consciousness is beyond duality. It is the subjective criteria within you. The criteria is subjective, and your happiness is the criteria. If you live your life for 7 days like this, you will see a difference. 7 days is not a long time, but you have to make sure during this period of 7 days, be introspective how many times out of the normal way of living, you forgot, out of your unconsciousness, you moved to the objective criteria. Remember again, immediately go subjective. In the beginning, it may be difficult to follow the subjective approach or change the approach completely from objective to the subjective. But eventually you will get a hang of it. Give yourself a 7 days time and see how your life undergoes a transformation process. It is very short, the period. You can practice this for 7 days and see the difference. Only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day.